to an emergency appearance on the Life After Brady channel. Breaking news today is Rob Gronkowski is traded to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In a week that the NFL draft should be the top story, Gronkowski, Tom Brady, and the Tampa Bay Bucs are sweeping the news, with the Patriots trading Gronk for a 4th-round pick, along with a 7th-round pick they'll send to Tampa. Gronk comes out of retirement. Pretty shocking news. He had leaned towards this way all last year. I mean, he never shut down that he was coming back. He always said if he got the itch back, he'd come back. And to me, it makes perfect sense for him. Gets to play on an offense with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Tom Brady. You know, instead of being that first weapon where he had to be in New England for so long, he's able to move into a different role. But before we get to that, let's talk about a little bit why this happened. Why this didn't happen for the Patriots. 2 reasons. Gronk was done with the Patriots. You know, he was not going to play that Patriot way anymore. He'd moved on to some better times. And the second thing is the salary cap. Patriots just couldn't have him back. I guess there's the world where they trade Joe Tooney, they clear up $10 million of cap space and take him in, but I think Bill Belichick would value a younger guard over an aging tight end that wasn't going to play for him. I mean, period. Gronk's not going to play for him, so the Patriots don't even have the cap space to use him. This is, to me, the interesting side of it, though, is they didn't have really a move to make, and they still got a 4th-round pick back. I mean, there was no way for Gronk to really play in New England. I mean, maybe they shipped him up to Timbuktu, Washington, Seattle, something like that. But what are they willing to give up? A 7th-round pick? So for me, pretty impressive the Patriots were able to get a 4th-round pick back for Gronk. Considering the cap space situation, really didn't give them any flexibility. A quick look at Gronk's deal. $10 million is the cap hit he'll have with Tampa. That number I just showed you was him already on the Tampa Bay Bucs, according to Spotrac. So $10 million, and let's take a look at how that shakes into the tight end market. I went into this thinking $10 million is a lot of money for a tight end that just came out of retirement, didn't play for a year, had an off year in 2018 when he was playing. But you tell me, you look at guys 5 through 10, would you rather have Gronk or Tyler Higbee, Jack Doyle, Darren Waller? I mean, yes, those guys will probably have slightly better years than Gronk this year, but are they that much better? And at $7.5 million for Darren Waller, is a $2.5 million savings really that efficient? I don't think so. And when you take into account Tom Brady, when Gronk walks into the field, immediately they have that connection. They have that 10 years of history together. To me, it's really not that bad of a deal. Is Gronk going to be a $10 million player in 2020? No, absolutely not. But if you have the cap space, these are the guys you're going to go get. You're not taking Antonio Brown. You're not swinging for the fences, probably with OBJ or someone like that. So, hey, get Tom Brady's best friend that lit up the scoreboards in New England for several years. The downside of it to me, though, is you're not getting Pro Bowl, All-Pro Gronk. As I said, to me, he is the 3rd option, which for him is fantastic. In the years past, he had to be the number 1 option. They had Brandon Cooks there for a minute, possibly taken the number 1 spot, but Julian Edelman, James White, all those guys are nice players, but defenses were focused around Rob Gronkowski all his time in New England. In Tampa, he doesn't have to be that guy anymore. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, those will be the focal points of the offense. And then, hey, if you need Gronk to make a play, he can make it in the red zone. I mean, forget it. That's when he's really going to come up huge. But I mean, this is the Rob Gronkowski the Patriots got in 2018. Only played in 13 games. So you're not going to get a full season out of Gronk as he comes back, and you're not expecting him to do that. He's not going to be a number 1 tight end in the league like George Kittle, Travis Kelce, but there's no reason to think he's not a top 10 tight end. I mean, my expectations maybe 500-600 yards, 45 catches does sound right. In a pass-happy offense like Bruce Arians, there's nothing wrong with that. That's going to keep Tom Brady happy. It's going to keep the ball moving. From that perspective, I like it for the Bucs, but I think the Bucs do need to keep in perspective the player they're getting. They're not getting 2011, 2014, 2015 Rob Gronkowski that's going to go out for 1,000 yards and the band's all back together and happy. You're getting a nice, solid tight end. I'm not saying he's Greg Olsen, Jason Witten, who can't move at all and going to fall apart as soon as he steps on the field. It looks like, but the Tampa Bay Bucs fans need to not be too crazy about this. And Patriot fans, he wasn't playing for your team. He was done. He's going to go into the Patriots Hall of Fame. He's going to go into the NFL Hall of Fame. But he got his 3 Super Bowls to the Patriots, the several Pro Bowls. But his days in New England were numbered. And for that, you got a 4th-round pick, which is back to the Bill Belichick way of doing things. We're going to take a veteran player. We're going to move him out. Differently, he forces his hand other than a lot of other Patriots players. But Bill Belichick gets a draft pick back and a 4th-round pick, which he loves. Give a chance to draft a guy like Trey Flowers or Shaq Mason come Thursday. It'd be Saturday. Saturday when they'll make that 4th-round selection. With that being said, thank you for joining us for a live emergency episode of the Life After Brady channel. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like or comment below.